Live here at Backyard on the edge of Deep Ellum. This really Deep Ellum, but this on the edge, the front edge. We're not in.
No, we're on the front edge of Deep Ellum because you party.
Yeah.
We're not in the throes of Deep Ellum. We're on the front edge of Deep Ellum. Again, this is the Cowboys and Chill podcast produced by Law Nation.
Hey, remember
James Harden, the James Harden beard in the house. And
yes,
again,
let's get it.
we have Jean-Jacques Taylor, the Black Frenchman, Deion's personal biographer, Ohio State Bucket. I never say the Ohio State. I'm just saying I say Ohio. Because when I grew up, it was Ohio State. I don't know when they got that.
When
the.
you walk on
Ohio
when you
State.
walk on every edge of campus, there's a big sign that says the Ohio State University.
When Woody Hayes was punching that defensive player, it wasn't the.
Yeah,
That's how
It was
serious-
Ohio State.
That's how
I
serious
think
we
Monday
took the
Night
game.
Football kind of famed that.
I'm
When
just
the
saying.
players would say, "Hey, D."
Yeah, that's what they did. That's what happened. Because when I grew up and Woody Hayes was punching players after losing to Michigan, it wasn't the.
It wasn't
D.
Michigan. It was Clemson in the Gator
It was
Bowl.
Clemson in the Gator Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
And he deserved that.
When Bo Schembechler was raising, doing that thing, it wasn't deep.
It was pretty balanced.
And since we're talking about college football,
We're going to talk about Arch.
since we're talking about college football,
got
We're going to talk about your concussed quarterback.
no.
There we go.
Okay.
Bring it up right here.
We're going to talk about how A&M going to dig it up this
We
year.
got the man from the Wrecking Crew.
That's right.
The Wrecking Crew.
Did y'all win that national championship that
No.
year?
No. They
No, we didn't win the national
Don't do that.
championship.
Don't do that.
What?
Stop it. They
We
barely
we
won
beat
bowl
you
game.
every year he was at Texas.
They
He never won a game against Texas.
Is that
right?
And while he was at
They
Texas,
barely won bowl games.
he didn't
okay?
answer that question.
Yeah.
You didn't beat Texas.
0-4 his 4 years at University of
Is that
Texas.
right? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Listen,
Wow.
listen. This history, this series goes back longer than 4 years.
We talking about it, that you got to talk about your era there.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Why not? There's nothing to talk about.
I can talk about. First of all,
Okay.
I was there before you, so
That's
you
right.
mean you mean during your time you
Okay.
never lost.
No, you
I
lost
was
even
there-
those years.
I was there before you. So
You're
first
right.
of all, let's
But
do this.
It was 8 or 9 in a row, and you were there
No, it wasn't no 8
3 or
9
4
in a
years.
row.
Yes, it was. From
We was
82 to
we was
90
number one in
something.
the nation my freshman year.
That's
Okay?
right. Y'all
Okay.
lost to Georgia.
Yes, we did not lose A&M.
Yes, y'all did that year.
How we undefeated lose A&M?
Y'all
That's
lost
Aggie
some kind of
math.
way.
Aggie math.
Anyway, 3-time
So
Super Bowl.
Rock Nasty lost about 6 years, right? He was at Texas about 7 years.
3-time Super Bowl champ. One of my favorite Aggies, if not my favorite Aggie. I'm sorry, Roland Martin.
Roland.
I knew him first, right?
Charlie, she's gonna be mad at
I'm-
Shireen gonna be
I
mad
was
at
Shereen-
going to say, Mother Football
Shereen,
going to be upset.
I'm sorry,
She's sending
Shereen.
a text right now.
I knew him first, but Kevin Smith, again, 3-time Super Bowl champion, member of the Wrecking Crew, came to Dallas, and
Right.
they just started winning Super Bowls until Kevin Smith showed up.
That's right. Me and
That's
Darren
right.
Woodson.
Darren
Woody.
Woodson. They just
Yeah.
started winning Super Bowls, and
Yeah.
Kevin Smith certainly showed up. You're a defensive player.
Come on. It will cut right to it.
Jumping right into it, right?
Jump right into it.
This Cowboys defense is one of the worst in franchise history.
Ever.
Yeah. They've
Ever,
given up
ever.
quite a bit.
That's how they trended.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And you're a cornerback. And there are problems up front, but the secondary,
Oh, it's
they
all
can't,
bad.
they
It's all
can't
bad.
play man. They can't play zone.
Yeah.
They can't play dead.
No. They can play dead a little bit.
I mean, as a former defensive player, certainly when you were here, and that's the dirty little secret about those Cowboys title teams is we hear so much about the offense, the triplets. They
Right.
also had the number one defense in the league.
Number one.
People forget that those teams had great defenses. It wasn't just about the offense. They truly played complementary football.
Right.
Yes,
and not a lot of big names, Clarence.
no.
Okay.
Because they
Before
had,
Deion came,
number
it
one
wasn't.
defense
Right.
Yeah.
and no Pro Bowlers.
No Pro Bowlers.
No Pro
Right.
Bowlers.
Right.
And that's the thing, Clarence. I think the problem with the Cowboys right now is that the bottom of the lineup is just not that good.
Wow.
Those are guys, I mean, not to knock these guys, but they're NFL players. But, some of these guys probably would have been on the practice squad or not even made the team.
Right.
You mentioned guys like Tony Tolbert. They don't have a Tony Tolbert.
Okay.
They don't have a Kenny Gant playing nickel.
I mean, they had
They
Jim
don't have-
Jeffcoat coming
Jim
off the
Jeffcoat.
bench.
Jim Jeffcoat.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was one of the
They don't
leading
have
sackers
Jim
in
Jones,
Cowboys history.
Jimmy Jones. Chad Hennings didn't really
Yeah.
play a whole lot when he first got there. So, I mean, the depth of the starting units. You
Right.
don't even have a second unit guy. You don't even have a guy that can come in and fill in and play the snaps that they have in the play. And then some of it is fundamentals, though, Clarence.
Right.
I mean, even with the run scheme, I've watched them play Denver. The games they've had a lot of trouble on the run is even the secondary not filling the gaps. You have gap.
Okay.
It's not gaps on the outside, but you have run responsibility. And
right.
both guys are outside. One guy's got to spill that ball, and they're not getting it done. And that's why those seams are there, and they're just gapping them. Guy running 10 yards before he's touched. That's unbelievable.
So on this defense, and you've been watching this for a while, nobody flash. If that's the case, you can't point one person.
There's no physicalness up front. The linebackers are getting pushed around, and the secondary is just all over the place. So I don't know if it's scheme, if they don't have the right players.
How many good players on defense?
Oh, God. Right now?
Yeah. I've always said, last 3 weeks I've said 2 impossible. But
you better take away one of the possibles.
I don't know, man. Shoot, you watch more of it than, you see more of it, practice film and, game film. I just don't see any bright spots nowhere on the defense right now. I mean, maybe
Donovan
26,
Esaraku, he
maybe.
leads all rookies in pressures.
Well,
can I get a sack? I don't care about leading in pressures.
Well, you're talking about Esaraku's a rookie. He's on the come. He's improved every game. The problem is, and you brought up Bland, 26. Bland's a solid player, but they're not difference makers, okay? You have no difference makers.
Right.
You talked about the backups. The starters ain't raising no hell.
Well, I mean some of those starters
There shouldn't be starters.
Shouldn't be starters.
Yeah, but they're not raising no hell, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
When you trade
Don't say his
generational
name.
talent.
Don't say his name.
Yeah.
When you trade Micah
MP.
Parsons, I ain't scared of y'all. I ain't scared of y'all, okay?
Yeah.
When you trade Micah Parsons, when you trade a
never
generational
scared.
talent, when you trade a guy who's got Hall of Fame track numbers
Right.
for a nose tackle in a passing league, it's a passing league.
Right.
You don't trade a pass rusher for a nose tackle in a passing league.
Yeah.
And then the nose tackle you get, you still can't stop the run.
Nah, he been getting blowed up the 2 of the last 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Because
Yeah.
instead of him influencing everybody else, everybody's influencing him. I mean, it's like, that's what's happening. So you have no difference makers in the front seven. And we talked about the secondary, but it's hard to cover when ain't no rush.
With no rush. Yeah,
Right.
no pressure on the quarterback. Yeah.
And how important, defensive back, how important is the pass rush to a cornerback, whether you're playing man or even zone?
It's very important. When I coach it or teach it, you got a 3-second rule. That ball is in the air. It should be in the air that 3rd second. But if you, if you got a guy that can play fake and they can run the double moves and and hold that ball 4 or 5 seconds, that's real tough on a defensive back. The safeties, the lineman has been bad all year. That Giants game, and it just Donovan Wilson was just lined up. Just wasn't enough depth, and all that stuff is correctable. But again, they've had 8-9 weeks to get some of this stuff done, and it just seems like they get it right one week, and then the very next week there's no consistency.
What should it be from the coach? Should the players adapt to the scheme, or the scheme should adapt to the players? Which one should it be?
Well, I mean, people always ask about how Jimmy and those guys did the draft, and Jerry and them. And Jimmy actually went out and found his types of guys.
Right.
I can go back to Jimmy Johnson and Jackie Sherrill. Jackie Sherrill was coach at Pittsburgh, and on his staff was Jimmy Johnson and Dave Wanstead and Butch Davis and all those guys that went to Oklahoma State.
Right.
Those guys end up with the Cowboys. Jackie ended up at A&M. So I ended up playing for Jimmy Johnson. Well, he called Jackie Sherrill. He called R.C. Slocum. Hey, does this guy fit my system?
Okay.
And so, you want to get guys to fit your system. And if you don't have them, especially with the new era guys, I think we had a little better IQ than these guys have. But because we really studied football, I heard on 105.3 they were talking to one of the linebackers, and they asked him, he didn't know who Roger Staubach was. I'm like,
wow.
Come on, dude.
Come on, shame that guy.
What's going on? But
that's like joining a frat and not knowing the founders.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah. And which Roger Staubach is truly one of the founders of the
that's what I mean.
Cowboys. You can't say Cowboy and not say Staubach behind it. So
right.
But I mean, again, I think definitely I think it's the players not being in a scheme that they're probably familiar with and not buying into the scheme completely. you know, based on where they were before the guys that were there. And then the new guys, they don't really have an excuse. They should be able to adjust to whatever the coach is telling them.
No doubt.
You know, one of the things that has caught fire this week, last couple of days, is Jerry Jones was being Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
And he was in an article with the Wall Street Journal. He basically is trying to close a deal on $100 billion natural gas resource.
$100 billion.
Billion.
And he said, yeah, I'm on the phone with you trying to make this gas money, and I'm not trying to fix my defense. And it was a joke.
Right.
It was a joke. Okay, it was Jerry being Jerry. Jerry does a lot of self-deprecating humor about himself and his team, but he was joking. But it was low-hanging fruit for a writer. This is my lead quote.
Every writer.
Every writer should. Yeah, you're right.
That's low-hanging fruit. Yeah. And the issue is it's like a comedian. It's just a tone-deaf joke.
Right.
You were being funny. Clearly, if he was really not focusing on the team, he would have been at the oil thing and not on the phone, right?
Correct.
But he was on the phone, so he was still in Dallas. It wasn't like he wasn't doing this. And you can multitask.
The optics.
But it's all about the optics.
Yeah,
and when your defense is, again, historically bad, 31st in the league in offense, 31st, in yards, 31st in the league in points, can't stop nobody. It's a bad joke, and it landed bad. And Cowboy fans are upset.
Angry.
Jerry being tone deaf?
I don't know. I think Jerry just, when they're not winning, he's trying to create some buzz to keep people excited. I don't know. I don't know when it'll wear off. You know, you got the stadium still. I mean, people are still excited about the Cowboys. I mean, Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. every Monday morning, Bubba Dub, whoever it is, everybody is talking about Law Nation.
Yeah.
You know, it's still something to talk about with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. But I don't know. I think eventually they're going to have to figure it out.
Right.
I think what they're doing right now is that they're saying, hey, it's the first year, new coach. We're going to give him a chance. We got these draft picks. I mean, they may be saying, hey, you know what, we're 2 or 3 years away. That may be the thought process, Clarence, but, you know, Jerry's not getting any younger, brother.
Yeah. I would say 2 or 3 years away. Hey.
Yeah, Jerry got more years behind him.
You know, once you hit 80, whoever you are, you in overtime.
You're in overtime.
Well, 2 or 3 years away, you're talking about the end of Dak's contract, talking about the end of CD's contract.
Right.
You invest in these guys to win now. You didn't invest in these guys and give them the money they're getting to win 2 or 3 years from now. And just talk about the trade deadline. It's on Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know, the Cowboys are 3-4-1.
3-4-1.
Should you give up a draft pick to improve this team? Not necessarily for this year, but for the future. But to do something this year to keep people engaged.
Engage and in check.
I think they will make a trade. I'm not sure if that's the best move. Again, the Cowboys may come out this week and got Arizona and blow Arizona out, and then everyone is feeling pretty good.
Blow them out.
It's a playoff team. I mean, we're at home. Dak's been playing well at home.
They play better at home.
Arizona is struggling. I mean, we should beat Arizona, but you never know. So, but if they do win and win,
just win.
Just win.
Yeah, not an ugly win.
And then you got the Raiders.
We don't need a 70-yard field goal from the kicker.
Okay, now see here, man, you can't style point this team right now, man.
Well, a win is a win, but they still need to play well.
I think they need to win convincingly.
Because
that's
what I'm
they
looking
are,
at.
man.
I know.
You style point a bad team.
2-5 Arizona Cardinals. You haven't beat
Cardinals has not lost a game by more than 4 points.
They 2-5, but by 5 losses by 13 points combined.
And Kyler Murray never lost at that stadium.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Some of them wins against Allen when they was playing nobodies.
Well,
two of them over Skyline.
And two of them in the NFL. He beat the Cowboys twice.
Yeah, one of them he was 9 for 24, and the other one he played good.
He still ain't never lost.
I'm just looking at how we make quarterbacks look.
Now,
we are the homecoming
That's the truest thing you said today.
Yeah, come on with it. So, shoot.
Plus a scrambling quarterback.
Scrambling quarterback with accuracy.
That's another true thing.
Yeah, so we're going to
Does he
figure it out.
have accuracy?
Well, everybody have accuracy when they see us.
Okay, that's another true thing you just said.
When receivers are running wide open,
Yeah.
you can.
True.
They're very accurate.
Yeah, that's the game Marvin Harrison won't drop any balls. Probably.
Yeah. Right.
His best game. He no drops.
He gonna be Marvin Harrison Senior. He gonna be playing like him.
But let's just talk about that for a minute.
Go ahead.
Kevin. Why do they play so much better at home than on the road? What is it about being at home
Juiced up.
than being on the road? I mean, the defense has been bad at
You
home
ain't gotta
anyway,
sneak you
but
ain't
the
gotta
offense has not been the same on the road as it's been at home.
I think probably the elements. You got it. That is indoors. I don't know. I mean, most teams will play better at home.
They mostly will.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at the Colorado Deion's deal with his conference record. Most of his losses are on the road. That's something. And I remember when Kevin Sumlin was at A&M, he was great at home, but on the road, he was SEC on the road. He couldn't win no games, and a lot of it is how they travel, how they prepare on the road, hotel, are they getting enough sleep, are they just certain things add in.
I just know one thing there is that if this game, how we lost last week, and it was when Jimmy Johnson, would y'all had something to eat on that flight back?
I know it was one guy. I didn't really remember that, but I guess it did happen. I think it was Washington. They were the Redskins at the time. But we did play lousy that day.
Yeah.
And, evidently it did happen. I totally forgot about that. But we always had some snacks or something. It ain't like we didn't have – all we needed was a little Crown and some beer. So
that's the problem is a lot of stories get sensationalized.
Yeah.
I don't care win or lose, you're going to feed them dudes. These are grown men. You ain't going to take their food away on the way home. That may happen one time. But back then, the liquor was flowing on the plane.
And then
you can't drink now on the plane. Back then,
I didn't know. And fill me in. I didn't know.
And the food we had wasn't like a warm meal. It was like a sandwich, man, and some chips. So it wasn't like it was something.
No, now they give them. They have a person cooking food when they come in outside the locker room to take on the plane. They have great.
No, we didn't have that. You grabbed a bag, a Subway type looking sandwich. Some chips and a cookie.
Coming out of Denver,
and
I was walking back to the bus, and they gave him a big old bag full of food. Wow. The whole team got great food, despite the blowout loss.
That's why they soft.
Yeah, that is not why they
had some community crackers.
Well,
and some water.
Community crackers and some water.
The CBA truly protects these guys right now.
You can't have people play. First of all, most of them don't eat in the morning. You can't have them play a full game and not feed them. Come on.
What you mean they don't eat in the morning? That's you that don't eat breakfast. Athletes eat breakfast.
Well, Clarence,
it's the most important breakfast.
Let me tell you about the CBA. I just thought of a story.
Yes.
The CBA truly protects them, so they have to feed these guys. I mean, that's something that's not going to happen. But I remember us having our first players meeting with he passed away.
Gene
Upshaw.
Yeah.
And I didn't know in my rookie year, I didn't know how important that CBA, what it was. And at the time, it was not worth anything, And Micah Irvin truly knew that. And he walked in the meeting butt naked, man.
Wow.
And he just stood and he disrespected and didn't have no respect for Gene Upshaw because he felt like Gene wasn't fighting hard enough for us in the CBA.
Wow.
And I think they started, a new one came in about 94, 95, around that time. Clarence may know, or you may know.
Yeah.
But our CBA, when Jimmy didn't feed us, that wasn't no big deal. That was swept under the rug like no big deal. But now, if that was the case with the Cowboys, one of those players could make a complaint, and hell, Jerry had to write a check or something.
Listen, I could do a whole story on players in the NFLPA. Yeah. Me personally, okay, the NFL players do not support their own organization.
I don't think they do enough.
When you got kickers and backup players who is your NFLPA representative, y'all don't care until the Dak Prescotts, the Micah Irvins, the Emmitt Smiths, the Troy Aikmans decide to be a part of the organization and throw it to Tom Brady's, the Aaron Rodgers. None of them are leaders in the NFLPA. Why, when it comes to negotiating with players, like right now the president of NFLPA is a backup defensive back for the Detroit Lions.
Oh, wow.
Why would Roger Goodell, Jerry Jones, any of these owners look at this dude with any respect?
That boy's speaking. He's spitting.
Okay, and you talk about these guaranteed contracts. Well, the guys that deserve the guaranteed contracts need to be the part of NFLPA fighting for them. I'm talking about the quarterbacks. I'm talking about the big-time receivers. I'm talking about the cornerbacks. I'm talking about the defensive ends. None of those guys are part of the NFLPA, and that's why the NFLPA is the weakest of
all the big sports.
All the sports player associations. Baseball is strong; they run stuff.
Okay.
NBA, you got Jaylen Brown, you got Chris Paul, you got top all-stars who are presidents of their organizations. But you look at the NFLPA,
right?
You got a backup defensive back.
Right.
Before that, you had a center who nobody even knew.
Jeez.
And his focus was getting media out the locker room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But then nobody ever want to talk to his.
His focus was getting media out the locker room and not the stuff that's going on in the league that's really affecting players. It should have been guaranteed contracts.
Right.
So, and I applaud. I know, Micah. I know Gene. Gene's from Texas.
Okay.
Okay. Upshaw. He's from Texas, and he was a Hall of Famer with Oakland.
Great player.
Great player. And then I remember that incident when Michael disrespected him. I understand the sentiment.
Right.
My problem is the top players, the big time players, also don't invest in an organization.
Right. You made a good point, Shu, and I didn't. You actually brought it to mind that that is the case.
Sure.
In most cases,
Yeah.
So as retired players, we actually have to rely on the 22, 23-year-old to vote for us,
right.
For your benefits.
For our benefits.
Yeah.
And we have no say.
Right.
Yeah, we have no say.
And it's still backup. I mean, you look at a lot of teams, like the Cowboys have had a punter, a deep snapper.
Right.
You know
Be the representative for the NFLPA.
You know
and
who
the guys
ours was?
making the most money is Dak and Zeke and all those guys.
Yeah.
You know who our guy was?
Who?
And he's not a bad guy, Chad Hennings.
Right.
Yeah, he was the third, fourth D tackle.
Yeah, he wasn't a starter.
NFLPA.
Yeah, he wasn't a starter.
He wasn't a starter. I'm just saying, though, you need frontline players that represent the team, represent the interests of the players.
You spitting some truth right there.
I try to.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
all truth right
that's
there.
something that's been on my heart, for a long time. When you look at all the stuff that's going on with the NFLPA and all the stuff, people complain about the leadership.
Yeah.
Well, attitude reflects leadership.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
Throughout the whole organization.
Most
but,
certainly.
But certainly getting back to the Cowboys, let's just talk quickly before we get back to the Cowboys. How much are you enjoying this Aggie run? Let's be honest about it. You didn't expect. No one saw this coming. Aggie's been 8-4 forever. They always start, they break your heart. Come on, man.
No, you
didn't see this undefeated Aggie coming. You didn't see it in the last season.
Well, let's say this, Clarence.
You didn't see it coming now.
The schedule, believe it or not, is not that tough this year. I mean, you look at Oklahoma.
No, I agree.
Oklahoma is going through a gauntlet. I mean, they may lose 2 or 3 more games this year.
They suck.
They had a tough. I mean, they suck, but they had a tough schedule. But you got, Clarence, the line was there. They got 3 graduate guys on that line, offensive line, and a senior. They got just so many running backs back there. They've lost 2 running backs, and they still got a freshman and Emmett Son. I mean, EJ carried the A&M through the Arkansas game. And then they went and got the right little receivers. They went and found some speed with Concepcion and the little number 1, I can't think of his last name. But then they got 4 tight ends that they used throughout the whole game.
Even one of them transfer from Texas.
Yeah.
Right.
Even the one kid from Texas. So the offense, it's almost like they just move the ball at will. And defensively is where they're struggling. And but they still, I think they have a good front four. For them to lose is going to possibly be them giving up too many points and not scoring enough points. But offensively, they got one of the better offense and offensive play callers in the college football right now.
And really the light has come on for the quarterback, because I saw him last year. It's just night and day from where he was last year. And quarterbacking makes so much of a difference.
Yeah, he does.
And you can look at Texas. I mean, with quarterbacking, converting third downs and not getting flustered and making plays when it matters most.
And using your feet. You got to have a guy that can move in the pocket. And he's not just a guy. I mean, he's running. He's not Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, but he's running that thing.
He can move though.
So are you ready to believe? Is this the year? I mean, listen, Kevin Smith was part of the record crew. Okay, the A&M was 1, 2, 3 in the nation. They did a lot of stuff. They ultimately didn't get it done because they had Bucket Richards in the quarterback. Never really had a great quarterback. During that time It's been since 1939.
Well,
they ain't won nothing since 39.
39, boys.
This is
Okay,
the year
is this the year?
It's the year.
Well, they got a chance with the new deal, the 12-game playoff, 12 teams, definitely to get in that conversation. But again, Clarence, it's just going to.
Concepcion.
It's Concepcion.
Concepcion.
I can't think of that little kid name, but they have to stay consistent. again, if Reed, knock on wood, he has to stay healthy. But other than that, they got depth all over the field, and they playing well on special teams. So yeah, this may be the year, Clarence. I don't know. We'll see.
But you believing though? Or
No,
you believe
no.
It may be the year for what?
the Aggies to win?
To win what?
The national championship.
Stop.
Y'all may lose to Michigan again.
We lost last year and won the
I
national
know.
championship.
Lost 3 to Michigan. 3
Is this time for A&M win that championship?
It might be time. It's time to change things up, man. Alabama's going to be tough, too, though. Alabama's playing pretty good football right now.
This is my dream. This is my secret dream.
Okay, what's your dream?
That we run the table.
Who we?
Texas.
Y'all going to lose this week to Vanderbilt.
Okay. I said
He said it's a dream.
I said
Okay,
a dream.
Okay, dream. Close your eyes then. You can't dream with your eyes open right now.
This is my dream.
All right.
Yeah.
We run the table.
Martin Luther
Okay.
King.
Texas and Texas A&M in the SEC championship game. Play y'all again. Play twice.
That could happen.
We
That'd
run
be
the,
big.
yeah, we
Yeah.
somehow beat Vanderbilt, somehow beat Georgia.
Somehow beat Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt top 10 team. Don't sleep on Vanderbilt.
Somehow beat Vanderbilt.
I
Things I
listen.
didn't have on my Texas
I didn't
grad bingo card.
I did.
No doubt.
But
Would Texas trump Alabama? If Alabama wins out?
how many losses they got?
They only
One.
got one.
And that was that in the
Oh,
SEC?
they only got one? Okay,
Yeah.
if they get a second, I'm thinking of
I don't know who they lose to.
Bama lost to
Georgia. No, did they beat
They
Georgia?
beat Georgia. I don't
So
know if they
to
lost
Ole
in the
Miss.
SEC.
They may have lost to Ole Miss.
No, they beat Ole
No,
Miss.
they lost.
How many
to-
losses Ole Miss got?
Ole
we
Miss
got
only has one.
Because we only got one conference loss.
Ole Miss only has one.
I don't think Alabama lost a conference
Well,
game.
somebody going to be playing each other in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, though, that's my, I don't know how to make it happen. I'm just saying that we run the table and we
Well,
all
Alabama
got
plays
one
Oklahoma,
loss.
I know, yeah.
And that's the problem with all these big conferences where everybody don't play everybody.
Yeah.
You can end up with a bunch of teams.
Oklahoma's not a challenge. Their quarterback is not that good. I'm sorry. John Material that good.
He was a
They've
lot
been
of hype.
exposed. They got fat early against bad teams.
Well, he
true.
got that. He got
They
that
got fat
Washington
early.
State hype.
Everybody told me he didn't do nothing against Ole Miss last week either. Oklahoma's not that good.
They said they lost to Florida State.
Who?
Bama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
but it's not
Early
an
in the
SEC
year,
loss.
yeah.
It's not an SEC
right.
loss.
That's what I mean. It wasn't an SEC loss.
Yeah, it's not an SEC loss. So for Texas, they need to lose twice. And I don't think that's
That
going to
ain't
happen.
happening.
That ain't going to happen.
Yeah, Bama plays who?
So we run the table.
They still got to play Auburn, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Auburn's not that good.
If we run the table, we'll still get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's not my hope. But I'm just trying to run the table. I'm trying to run the table.
With Arch Manning quarterback?
It's not gonna happen.
He's getting better. He's improving.
Okay.
That's what you're supposed to do. Just like your quarterback got better from last year to this year, because he was awful last year.
He wasn't awful.
He was a
Not
liability.
awful last year.
He was a liability in the Texas game because you could make no plays in offense because the quarterback couldn't make no plays.
We didn't score on the goal line last year. That was the deal. That was about it.
He's scoring the goal line with his feet now.
But you saw my good look hat back there. I can't reach it right now.
Don't put it on your head. I'm not mad. I'm hoping.
I can't reach my good luck. My $15 7-Eleven Cowboy hat.
You bought it at 7-Eleven?
Yeah, $15.
Cowboy hat, man.
Yeah, I wear it every Saturday.
Well, getting back to the Cowboys real quickly here. Dak Prescott in offense, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. Should they sign George Pickens? Should they trade George Pickens if they can't sign it?
No.
George Pickens wants CeeDee Lamb money.
Oh, before he just wanted $30 million. Now he wants CeeDee Lamb.
Now he won Lamb. Okay.
Oh, the market goes up, brother.
Yeah, that's a 2-year-old contract by the time. So yeah.
Exactly.
So-
It's a 2-year-old contract.
Yeah.
The highest receiver getting 40.
Yeah.
CeeDee getting 34.
That's
old-
old.
okay.
That's old money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Highland Park money. That's not. CD wants South Lake money. George wants South Lake money.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the money they're making?
They're making it. I mean, it's out there. I mean, they're supposed to make it, but
Because y'all paved the way.
yeah. But again, if you get too top heavy on the top of the, I think that's what Jerry was saying.
Detroit paid 8 people more than $20 million.
9.
Philadelphia paying multiple people more than $20 million.
And talking about getting Myles Garrett.
This is why your CBA ain't no good. Listen to what you just said.
Well, I mean, they've done that, but they've also had decent drafts as well.
Right.
So
Two things to
don't
be true.
leave.
That's what's hurt the Cowboys is that they haven't had, the draft picks have not been great, but in the top of, if we paid Micah and then you paid Pickens, and there's really no money, a whole bunch of money left.
Yeah,
you got 5 players getting about you know,
You ever seen a man shoot his shot during the show? You ever seen a man shoot his shot during the show?
I don't know what he was doing.
I ain't never seen a man shoot his shot during his own show.
Is that what he was doing?
Normally you shoot your shot before the show or after the show.
He was casting his
Not
line.
during the
I
show.
don't know what y'all talking about, man.
What you doing,
I'm
casting
trying
your
to
line?
Hey, listen. Listen to me. Kevin Smith is one of the great bachelors of Dallas.
No, there we go. You
This the misdirection right here.
He's one of the great bachelors
Me
of
and who
Dallas.
else?
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, Ed Jones,
Yeah, Ed.
Ed is the
and Spud Webb have never
Webb.
been married.
Never been.
They've been single in Dallas for over.
You ain't never
30.
been married, pup.
No,
I thought you talked about it one time.
he's never jumped the broom. Never been married.
jumped the
Been
broom.
single.
You still got time,
They ain't
man.
never had to split nothing in half.
He got 3 rings to it.
He ain't got to split nothing in half.
Kevin Smith has been single ever since he showed up out of A&M in Dallas,
Yeah.
running these Dallas streets.
That's one of the most impressive things I've ever heard.
What you mean? What?
You was right there with me.
I saw you at RJ's on the lake.
No, I didn't go. I did go to RJ.
I know
Yeah,
you went
you
to
did.
RJ's on the lake.
RJ's on the
RJ's
lake.
I
on
saw
the
you at RJ's on the lake. You know, one of the, and since we just
Lexington.
talking about money real quick, I remember Deion's Welcome to Dallas party at a Guantanamo Mirage.
I don't.
On a, you wasn't out that like that.
Thursday night.
On a Thursday night, Guantanamo Mirage.
Yeah, pup
And
even
if-
remember the night.
Well, that was a night to
That
go.
was the night you went to Guantanamo Mirage. Every Thursday night, Guantanamo
Yeah.
Mirage. Deion's Welcome to Dallas party. I mean, first of all, Guantanamo Mirage every Thursday night. I used to go for happy hour.
Yeah, it was a
And it was a
huge
different
place.
crowd for happy hour than late night. I would stay from happy hour to about 2 in the morning, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's just
Because it was some talent in Dallas back then. The Guantanamo Mirage. But Deion's Welcome to Dallas party, the limos, everybody. I mean, that was one of the great, all the
it's one
stars
of the
was
greatest
out.
parties ever.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was up there. But, you know, Guantanamo Mirage was pretty nice. Prince came to Guantanamo Mirage.
Oh, yeah. It was something else.
He performed in there, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
New Edition was there. You know, you name it. Anybody who was rocking in the 90s, they were coming to Guantanamo Mirage.
They came through, and I told
Jodeci was in
I
there.
told them
Almost
the
got
club
it.
saying they've been right since Primetime 21 closed.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, artists back then would have to do.
You don't know nothing about Primetime
Nothing
21.
about Primetime 21.
Artists back then would have to make those kind of appearances when they was promoting their music.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't like today. We didn't have the internet. Like we had the internet, but it wasn't social media. So they had to physically get out and go to clubs and you know and promote their music, their new albums or whatever they had. So, you know, and then he had the big box club. You don't have so many of those places like that anymore.
No, you got
It's
more lounges. Everybody got a lounge to do bottle service,
Right.
a little section.
You
You don't have to go up and walk to somebody, ask them what dad. You know, it's just a whole different flow.
Right.
Yeah.
But Deion's contract back then, I remember an interview when you know he asked Irvin and Emmett, y'all mad about the money? Y'all mad about the money?
Yeah.
Deion's contract was a $12.9 million signing bonus.
Yep, $25 million total.
No,
35, but it was
35, you're right, yeah.
7 years.
7
Okay,
years.
12.9. That was his bonus.
Yeah.
That's chump change.
That's nothing.
That's nothing now.
Yeah. That's
that's
pennies.
But
APY.
that was groundbreaking,
Well, that's what CD
record-breaking
making a
money.
year.
Yeah.
Well, gas was 88 cents at that time, I guess.
Yeah, it was right at $1. But we almost had a fit when it went over $1.
Yeah, but it was crazy back then. But again, Jerry went out and got difference-making players. Right now, he's letting difference-making players go.
I see where you're going.
Franchise-altering players go.
Okay.
Yeah. You cannot win without difference-making players.
I totally agree. Yeah.
You can't try to win and let your best players go. You had a great team. You went and got a great player to add to what you had.
So, Clarence, let me ask you this question.
Break it down.
Again, you go over there. So, this is something personal then.
I don't know what it is.
So, it's got to be something personal.
I got a theory.
Personal with who? With Micah or with Period?
No, with Jerry and Micah.
Oh, you talking about Jerry and Micah?
Yeah.
You going all the way back that?
Most definitely that's personal.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
He let his money get mad.
He got his money get mad, but this is my theory. I think Jerry wanted Micah to be his Michael.
Michael Irvin.
Yes.
Yeah,
He and Michael Irvin like this.
Right.
But he also got Michael Irvin out of a lot of trouble.
That's true.
Michael
So
was
Michael
loyal
was in
to
debt.
him
Right.
because of all the trouble he had to get Michael out of.
Right.
Micah don't get in trouble. He
Right.
play video games, do podcasts. He don't need that loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jerry wanted that same. My word is my bond, and you told me you were going to take this money.
Yeah.
Micah said, call my agent. We just finna start negotiating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
Different world. Different
You
world.
know, but he wants Mike. So he was mad that Micah did not keep his word, so to speak, on the deal that they had and wanted to bring his agent in to start negotiations.
Right. The handshake deal.
Which he did with Micah and Nate. I mean, you know, he got deals with these guys because he helped guys.
He did.
Right.
And they were indebted to him.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it. Yeah.
He ain't got nothing over your head, do he?
No. Not at all. Well, maybe I wish he did. He might write me another check if that's the case. Shit.
You got a story. I got a story to tell.
Write me a check.
I write you another check.
You see, I didn't make the Netflix. I mean,
Exactly.
I didn't get a quote on that, man.
They looking for spinoffs.
Yeah, dude asked me, say, man, you won the Super Bowl the first 3 to 4 years you played with the Cowboys. I said, yeah. He said, what happened after that? I said, hell. I said, Michael, Emmett, and Troy. He said, what you mean? I said, they got all the credit for all the wins, so they got to take the credit for us not winning in the 95.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you on that.
Shit, I talked to Joey Novacek. He said he filmed almost 12 hours.
And they didn't use him at all.
And they didn't use one quote.
And they didn't have Darryl Johnson in there either.
Darryl Johnson wasn't on it. Was Woody on there?
Woody was not on there.
Woody,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
None of them was on there. Did you watch the whole series?
I didn't watch it all. I watched bits and pieces of it, so I hadn't just sat down and watched all of it. Yeah.
What'd you think about it?
I thought that it was like you just said earlier, Clarence, about the food. You said that the story kind of got blew out of.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a different view of what was going on. You know, like Scissorgate. You know,
right.
It was some guys in that room. I was one of the guys in that room.
Okay.
So there's different versions and
what happened?
different viewpoints that everybody's got a certain story.
Matthew, Mark, Luke,
of what happened.
different variations of what
when
happened.
we were in that four corners
John.
in that locker room,
Right.
You
There you go.
know, we sat kind of across from each other and to the left and right of each other. And if something happened in there, everybody had a viewpoint,
Right.
and it may be different today. So the Netflix was great. I thought they really touched on some things. I know the one part that I didn't know was I didn't realize Troy wasn't as stable at the quarterback position.
You didn't?
No, I didn't know all that
He's
happened
told
in
us that
91.
many times, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking
that's
Troy.
before you got there.
He
Yeah.
didn't like Jimmy when they brought in
Yeah.
Steve Walsh. He was mad at Jimmy. And
Well,
then
Berline was playing the year before.
He was really mad at Jimmy with the Berline thing.
Yeah, I didn't know Troy didn't start in the playoff game, and
You didn't know it?
I wasn't there.
Oh, you sure wasn't there?
I
He
wasn't
showed up in
there.
92.
Yeah, in 92.
I wasn't there.
Oh,
He
yeah,
showed
Troy
up
was mad
fresh.
about that Berline thing.
So when I came in, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I know Steve Berline, Notre Dame, and all that, but I'm like, Troy's the man, you
Yeah,
know. But I didn't realize he wasn't that far from being on the bench.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, just 2 games ago,
Yeah.
the game that they lost, he didn't start against the. I think he didn't start against Detroit, right?
No, he didn't start against Detroit.
He came in the last few
Well,
plays.
it's like anything. They promised him, hey, you could be, when the playoffs come, you're going to start. Then he didn't start against Chicago.
Right.
And Berline
was rolling.
And then he said, well, I ain't going to place him down. And, so Troy was mad because Jimmy lied to him.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
Jimmy lied to you.
Yeah.
A coach will lie to you.
Yeah.
Right. He went with the hot hand.
Yes, he did go to the high end.
Yeah.
But I don't care about the high end. I know what you told me.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know all that.
There was no way we were going to beat Detroit anyway in that game.
That
You
ain't
wasn't-
even the
I
point, though.
was young at
They
that
wasn't
time.
ready to win, but it wasn't like Detroit was a juggernaut.
Right.
They ain't sniffed the
Yeah,
Super
they
Bowl.
lost the next week.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
lost the next week. It wasn't like they was no juggernaut.
No.
They beat a young Dallas team that wasn't
Yeah,
ready
that's
to
on the
win,
come up, yeah.
and they didn't start winning until Kevin Smith showed up.
There you go.
And
Kevin.
Jimmy Smith, and we brought in, we put them over the top.
But
Man.
yeah, Darren Woodson, Kevin
Yeah.
Smith, Charles, hey, everybody came
Charles
in.
Haley came in. Yeah, Thomas
so-
Everett.
Yeah, it was a whole different deal.
So Wanstead really wanted that job instead of for them calling Barry Switzer.
What are you talking about?
That's about Dave Wanstead.
Wanstead had just
he
went
wanted,
to,
he wanted
but
to
he
be a
had
head
just
coach.
he's just taken the job at
With the
Chicago.
Bears. He just taken
Yeah.
the job
So-
with the Bears. Yeah, he had taken the job with
It
the
was a year after the fact,
Because Butch
yeah.
Davis was the coach. It was the defense
Yeah,
coordinator.
Butch was the defense coordinator. So Wanstead actually left.
Before that.
Before that,
He actually left weeks before
They made the change.
they
made
made the
the change.
change. Because we were playing in the Super Bowl, and Wanstead had already
And took the Bears job.
took the Bears job. Yeah.
man, that was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Again, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Juan said ain't no good head coach.
No, I don't think
He would have been. It sounds good. He ain't Jimmy Johnson. He might not have kept it together. But Monday night, Arizona Cardinals come to town. The Cowboys play well at home. Predictions on the game.
Oh, man, it looks like a Cowboys dub. They play well at home. And at home, 40, 40, 44, and 37. So it looked like a 37-31 victory for your Dallas Cowboys. It's the Cowboys defense, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think, they can corral Kyler Murray. That's going to be the only X factor in this game is if he can get loose. But then he's got the leprechaun in his pocket. So in that stadium, but I think the Cowboys come out. Dak plays well. Pickens does well. Lamb, he bounces back from his I think he got a little ankle injury or whatever else. But I think the Cowboys win this from 31-14.
14?
Yeah.
This Cowboys defense, man.
Well, there's going to be a lot of hope in them, boy.
I think they can keep the ball away from Arizona, though.
Okay.
Have some ball control drives.
We get one of them, boy.
Yeah.
You could tell Jones family.
The best defense for the Cowboys now is not being on the field.
Yeah.
It's good offense.
Yeah.
That's why the offense
control the clock.
All the games they lost is because of the offense.
The trade deadline is November the 4th. Cowboys play November the 3rd, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Do we do anything?
I thought we was at predictions.
I'm just saying for his prediction. Do we do anything? A yes or no?
Well, I'm hearing that they're going to trade. They're looking at a defensive end. I don't know if we need a defensive end. We need one. We got a lot of them. They got to drop someone.
Yeah. Listen, but when you got 5, you ain't got 1.
I think the linebacker. We got to figure out. You're not going to get nobody in a trade. So they got to figure out that linebacker.
Linebacker thing.
First of all, they need a linebacker. They need a safety. They need a defensive end.
Yeah. They need a lot. One man trade is not going to help.
Jesus and cliques. Also, I got my score prediction. Of course, it's going to be a Cowboys victory. I got us winning 37. I'm going to take his word. 7-34. It's going to be cardiac Cowboys. It's going to be very close. So
you saying that 70-yard field goal going to win the game?
Oh, no. Somehow they're going to creep back up at the end, get some dirty yards.
Listen, when they play at home, they get at least 40, don't they?
I just told you, 40, 37, 44.
They average 40 at the house, 19 or something like that on the road.
Yeah.
40-37 Cowboys. Let's get it. Yes, they will make a trade. They're going to do something.
Okay.
Don't know what.
Insider news
Jerry
right
Jones
here.
will make a trade because he want to quiet this noise about him not doing nothing. He's going to make a trade just to placate the fans. It ain't going to make no difference, though.
No doubt, man. That's all what we have for here today.
Yeah, Cowboys and chill at the backyard.